Hi, I'm Paulina, I'm with the Saint, and I'm interviewing Ruraidh Stewart, who's running to be Director of Events and Services. So can you tell us a bit about yourself and why you're running?
I'm an undergraduate currently studying in the School of Management, and I feel that the events here in St Andrews have been amazing this year. And since coming to St Andrews, I've always wanted to sort of get more involved, but sort of make a change in the best ways that I can. I see this opening as a sabbatical, as a way to provide the student experience with the skills I've learned and developed over time.
Okay. So this role is obviously very contested. So what makes you different?
So I would say that the crux of my campaign and what puts me apart from everyone else is my manifesto and the key issues I'm campaigning on.
Okay, so let's get on to the manifesto. You talk about extending union opening times for special events until 4 a.m. Can you talk a bit more about that and how you'd deal with any backlash from the community?
So I'm glad you asked about the community, because obviously with a sabbatical being part of the university, town and gown relations are a big part of what the team does and what we need to work towards. Now there was a study done from down in Oxford University, and that was to do with, in England in 2005, they changed the licensing to mean that you could have alcohol 24 hours. And in this study it shows that the levels of crime, sort of social disorder, decreased following the introduction of the changes to license in 2005. So using that sort of logic and applying that to St Andrews, there should be less sort of disruption, less noise issues, antisocial behaviour, if the union stays open later. And even for the sake of 2 in the morning comes, the union usually closes, especially after the big events. And now I'm not advocating keeping it open till 4 a.m. every night. It would be for sort of bigger events, headlines, sell-out events. And what this would mean was the students can stay in the union. Any sort of noise is all contained to the one area, rather than come 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody disperses across the town. So it would keep the people centralised. It would make sort of controlling it easier, and with that policy a big part would be running the night bus a lot later, so that would ensure the safety of students going home and sort of ensure that they got home at the end of the night in a safe and sort of conflict-free way with the local community.
Okay. You also mentioned in your manifesto that you want the union to start stocking tobacco and vapes and expanding the smoking area. Are you worried about the negative effect that this would have on student health?
Again, that's not. I don't feel that's a big issue. I mean, this policy isn't necessarily encouraging students to smoke, but in the same way as the union does sell alcohol products, I don't feel it's my place to judge students by their lifestyle choices. And smoking is still legal in this country, and I feel that we shouldn't be providing any barriers to people choosing to enjoy their social events the way they want to. So I mean, as well, it saves people leaving the premises, crossing the road, going to Tesco, other local shops. It would just mean that we can facilitate events and help students enjoy their evenings the way that they want to. But as well, with the relocation of the smoking area, currently it's outside the main entrance downstairs. And I know for a lot of students who maybe don't smoke, walking past that you get sort of secondhand smoke inhalation, smoke on your clothes, and that's not the best sort of outward first experience of coming into the union that I think that we should be putting out there. So by moving the area, it would mean that that's elsewhere, and we can facilitate garden furniture so it's a bit more comfortable. I know there is currently benches at the front door, but there could be a little bit more to make it a better student experience all around.
Okay, so let's move on to events.
Yes.
What kind of ideas do you have for future union events that you would create?
So I think this year is very hard to follow on from. There's been a lot of good events. I personally say Abba was one of my own highlights. But something that I have noticed is, and a lot of my friends who are in societies have brought up to me, is obviously on Wednesday is one of the biggest nights of the week with Sinners for the sports clubs. That's something I'd be looking to roll out for societies as well. So it'd be a Sinners-style evening, but for societies, so ticket distribution would work the same. And my proposal would be to host that on a Tuesday night.
Okay, so are there any events that you feel that aren't good enough for the union right now and that you'd like to get rid of?
Get rid of, no, because I mean, so far there seems to be a bit of everything for everybody, but it would just be sort of defining those events, sort of making sure they're better publicised. Again, I said about the society's evening, that would be sort of, again, sort of building on like current events, sort of reforming them a bit to be more defined. I think there's been a lot of good work this year with the BOP, and that's something I would hope to continue.
Okay, so how would you work with the rest of the union to make the union better as a whole?
So again, that's my first thing, if I was elected, would be to speak with the staff and see what they want, because a big part of the sabbatical office is dealing with the commercial side. So that's again, the staff here, they've all got a very good wealth of experience, and I feel that you need the support of both the staff and the students to make anything happen. So it would be sort of speak to the staff, get an understanding of how the union currently runs from their side. Again, open consultations with students, other sabbatical officers, to sort of build on a solution that works for everybody.
All right. Okay, what about the union bar? Are you happy with the way the union bar operates? Are there any improvements that you'd like to make?
Again, like a big issue that I've heard quite a lot, even since I've been out campaigning this week, is it takes too long to get served, And I think a big issue of that is the £5 minimum card spend. So one of my key policies would be to abolish the £5 card spend. And the reason that I believe this would speed up business at the bar is, one, there's no time to count the cash out and sort of put it in the till and count out change. So that's a lot of staff time that in the one time it's not a lot, but over the course of a night or a week, there'll be a lot of staff time used up using cash, change, and by eliminating that it would speed up service at the bar.
Okay. And do you have any other big plans for the union that go outside the realm of events?
So the other big one for me, I'm from the Scottish Highlands, so we like our food among other things up there, is I'd look to introduce a sustainably, locally sourced, organic, GMO-free menu across the union. I know St Andrews has a very good reputation at the moment for its work towards the environment, environmental action, and this would also sort of build on that and make it more sustainable and environmentally friendly.
Okay, so if you don't mind doing like a final pitch of why students should vote for you in the upcoming elections.
So I think the main reason why students should sort of trust me with their vote is, as well as my manifesto, I'm always open, I'll operate an open door policy, a drop-in session with some tea and cakes, terms and conditions apply subject to the budget, but I'll usually have a biscuit tin on my desk, so you can come in, you can say hello, if you've got any issues, any suggestions, I feel that I'm open, I'm honest, you can speak to me about it, and really my manifesto is just the beginning, it's just sort of a platform that we can all build upon. We're one of the highest ranked universities for student experience, so let's keep that rolling for another year.